Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 234. This is discussing episode 20 to 30 of Turboranger. Yeah, this is basically an arc that eliminates three generals in the series and the Turborangers get a brand new Megazord. And now, apparently that the leader of the Bulma is getting sick and tired of their failure, so he orders them basically go and, try to kill the Rangers. First is Dark Bulma Zimba. He, of course, goes out. And by the way, this is going to be his final appearance because, he gets killed off in the episode. I'll get to basically that. And also, of course, he has no more monsters. Yeah, he has no more monsters. His last monster was actually 2 episodes before this one. So, he goes on his own without a monster. He takes some Wampas with him, obviously, Wampers. And, of course, he needs to fight them. Well, we also have it where Yoshigashai gets involved, but doesn't like the fact that the general's there. Then, of course, he gets defeated by the Rangers. After he tries to eliminate all of them by himself. He does a pretty good job. And then, of course, apparently, after he's destroyed, he gets revived. Yes. The Wandering Bulma revives a Bulma General as a mindless monster. Yes. And there was a point where he was and during the fight with Turbo and the Turbo Robo, he nearly destroys the damn Megazord. He nearly succeeds. He doesn't destroy, but mostly the main damaging Turbo Truck, which, that basically caused damage to the mech itself. So, and of course, about to be destroyed, and then all of a sudden we see this thing come out of the ground, fire its Vulcan blasters at the Dark Bulma, and then, of course, it changes into a new Megazord, this gigantic Megazord. Oh, by the way, in the episode, the Dark General, while they're at the base when they were recovering, he apparently damages Dr. Denji's apartment. He looks like, okay, I guess my apartment's not safe anymore for this. So, apparently off screen, he's going to proceed to build the Turbo Builder. What is Turbo, I might ask? The new base of the Turborangers. A base they pretty much have for the rest of the series. Yep. Come here. If you're curious what the heck this thing looks like, when it first shows up, it shows up like this. And when it transforms, by the way, it shows up in episode 28, and then they show up next episode. So apparently they also have the Brigade Fighter, which is a souped up full player that makes his debut here. At first, the juice is not exactly finished yet. Oh, and by the way, the cockpit, it's literally the same cockpit from the Turbo Robo. Yep. It's basically like a backup Megazord. And then pretty much it goes into this. Which, pretty big Megazord. So, it destroys the monster. Of course, they go inside. Of course, Dr. Denzi built it at some point. Now, when he built it, not really sure. Because it looks like this place is put together pretty quickly. And I highly doubt Dr. Denzi is I highly doubt he's that rich to afford building something this magnitude. Something this big requires money from the Japanese government to build something this big. Yeah, it could be due to a grant he may have gotten from the Japanese government, or maybe the fact he's working with the Japanese government is not specifically revealed. So, they released the Turboranger on the new monster episode. By the way, next episode in 29, it's Princess German's. Her last appearance, and show the fact how beautiful woman she is. Her hair is so gorgeous. Lovely black hair, We see what the snake thing that was in her hair, like a lot of the series. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Dark General Bulma, he's been there since episode 1. For 28 straight episodes, he appeared, and then gets killed off episode 28. 29, we have this pretty much a beautiful woman, very lovely woman at the time. And here's the strange thing, though. The one episode where they actually go to the beach, a lot of the time when they have these female villains that go to the beach, we actually see her wear a bikini. She doesn't wear a bikini for some reason. Don't know why. As a matter of fact, we never see her outside of her outfit. So apparently also inside of her, she apparently also had this Kudo monster, who apparently she allows this monster to grope her, because apparently she's held up by this monster, where he's holding her by her belly and having his hand just below her breast. Yes, but thinking, oh, is this monster a pervert? They don't say, and they show what the face looks like. It's a snake monster because she's a snake woman. And eventually, both of them are defeated by the end of the episode. And that monster, and by the way, they basically put us out of her own belly. And Zatun, he goes in, but he doesn't do anything in this episode. He gets injured, but he doesn't die. And he doesn't do anything for quite a while after this. Yeah, after the Princess German's defeat, he does practically nothing in episode 37. No, seriously, that's what happens with him. So, after Princess German's defeated, Princess Lena's next. So he goes out and sees something off with his leader, where apparently he is satisfied by seeing his own generals getting killed off. The reason? Because they see the potential in the wandering Bulma, potential success in leadership, basically want to change things. Now, Professor Landa, he's the first one you saw when this series started, episode 1, and here we see what looks like without his cloak on, where he's like so ugly. Like, here's the strange thing: we don't know much about this guy at all. Aside from the fact he's a genius, it looks like he would look like some kind of like Shisho clan, whatever. Yeah, but oh, and by the way, the Turbo is restored by episode 30. And as a distraction, the Turbo Builder, this one, is basically operating because in episode 29, Dr. Denzi is kidnapped by the Wandering Bulma. Why? Because he built the damn thing. How he's living on board the turbo truck is not exactly specifically explained, but could be he must have gone through the same hatch that Dr. Denzi went through. But we see his shadow, like, oh, here's Yama. Okay. So, yeah, they free him. Of course, he had to show over to a rugger, and eventually Landa himself was defeated by the end of the episode, also unleashing his last monster of the series. And then, of course, with all three of those dead, well, there's only one general left, and the guy is a coward. Yep. I gotta say, these are 3 very serious episodes, and this also is the first time I've seen. Usually, not the only time I've seen this, where you had like an arc like this around the 30 episode mark, where a couple or villains get killed off. At this point in time, this actually happened with Bioman, believe it or not. Yes, Bioman. But now it's apparently Turboranger, so apparently if I apply with some Bioman, which is interesting. Yep, but these are 3 really good episodes. I thoroughly enjoyed them. I thought they were probably, at this point, the best episode of the series so far. And, of course, we only have 20 episodes left to go. And pretty much for the next review, when I get a chance to come back from watching One Piece and Doctor Who, I'll be watching the remaining 21 episodes of the series. Now, this is going to be pretty much it for the video. Next video is going to be One Piece, and then it's going to be Dr. Stone. Okay, next video. Bye.